Hi, I'm James Shillenlaw here at ILTM North America, where I usually am every year at this time in October or September. And this is my 13th year, and I always find new and existing wonderful hotels and resorts all over the place. And here's one I've known about for a long time, but haven't had the chance to see or interview. Jason Stafford, who's the managing director of Manoir Hovey in the province of Quebec, I believe, right? And it is a marvelous resort, and recently a lot of new stuff going on, new renovations. We're going to find out about this wonderful property and a whole lot more on Insider Travel Report. Jason, first of all, great to see you and great to meet you here. I've known about your property for some time. Obviously, it's garnered a lot of awards, and it really, and it's a relais and chateau. I should have mentioned it at the beginning. But tell us a little bit about the history of this property.
Well, Manoir Hovey, I should begin by saying, so I'm Jason Stafford, Managing Director and co-owner of Manoir Hovey, Relais and Chateau, also the delegate for Canada on the International Board of Directors of Relais and Chateau. But our family-owned property is in North Hatley, Quebec, which on beautiful Lake Massawippi. And I'm actually a third-generation hotelier. It all started with my grandfather, who had another property on the same lake, and now my father purchased Manoir Hovey in 1979.
Wow!
So it's really a
family business, right?
Absolutely. It's a four-season destination property on a beautiful 10-mile-long lake called Lake Massawippi, but really quite accessible to the New England states, because it's just a 20-minute drive to the Vermont border and Montreal.
It's 6 hours from New York, but you can go take a flight. Where would you take a flight to?
Well, you could fly to Montreal. It's about a 45-minute flight. There's flights almost every hour, or of course there's a private airport. The driving time is almost the same as flying, to be honest.
Yeah, well, that's true, because like that. Now, how many rooms is it?
So there's 51 keys. Coming out of the pandemic, we did a consequential investment in the property, about a $33 million addition of a new world-class spa and 15 new rooms. So it really has the complete experience for our guests on the property. You have the resort activities and facilities, and then of course a wonderful spa and a 5-diamond gastronomic restaurant, as well as a bistro.
The Relais Chateau, you have to have a 5-diamond resort, and that's really one of the reasons to go. Is it's a destination hotel and a destination restaurant, right?
It is, and the Eastern Townships area of southern Quebec is just stunning, because it's mountain hills, rolling hills, lakes. We have skiing in the winter, but there's a wine route through the region as well, so you can visit.
That ice wine, right?
The ice wine is produced in the area. Our concierge can send our guests out to visit some of the winemakers and do tastings, and it's a special experience. Some of the best cheeses in the continent, on the North American continent, are also.
You were mentioning that. I said that suddenly got me intrigued. I love the idea of the wine, but the cheese got me too. So wine and cheese, right?
Well, it's Quebec is Canada is really rising in terms of gastronomy. I mean, there was this World 50 Best list that just came out for North America. Many Canadian restaurants were in the top 5 on the list. So I think Canadian chefs and Quebec chefs are really innovating, and it's exciting to see that being recognized on the world stage. But you can have a little slice of a feeling of Europe. It's very different than the rest of North America, Quebec, because you have the French culture and the French language, and so it can be a quick getaway for our American friends in New England, or
it's right across the border. I mean, really, you're right there.
Right there, close to all the New England states. Boston is less than a 4-hour drive, and we always enjoy welcoming our guests from all over the world and all over the U.S.
and
as
then,
well.
Of course, you have a magnificent spa as well. We should mention that.
Yes, the new spa, it has a Scandinavian-style thermal circuit experience. So you have the hot, cold, and it's really immersive indoor-outdoor experience. So we hand out plush bathrobes to our guests when they arrive at the spa, and then you sort of circulate between the water features outside, everything's overlooking the lake, stunning views, and then there's the hammam, the Finnish sauna inside, and then of course an array of amazing spa treatments with partnerships with Guerlain and Biologique Recherche and Babor, a German skincare line. My wife actually runs the spa, and that's been a really great addition to the property. Condé Nast recognized it on a list of the top 10 new hotel spas in the world. We were quite proud of that because it's only been open for just over 2 years.
Yeah, that's amazing because you were well known for your Relais and Chateau, your gastronomy, and this wonderful property, but then to really bring that spa element too, and now you're I mean, how long do people usually stay, would you say now?
Well, I'd say anything less than 3 nights is a bit short. I mean, we have guests that stay for a month, to be honest, but it's, a one-night stay, if that's all our guest has, we'll make it as special as possible, but it really, there's a lot to see and do in the area and on property.
Well, that's what I was going to see. Obviously, you have the wine, you have the cheese, you have a beautiful scenery, the lake. In the winter, you have some skiing. What else do people do up there?
Well, all the resort facilities are on site as well, and I mean, a lot of guests just need a break to get away from it all. Almost all the rooms have fireplaces.
Look at fireplaces and look over the
beautiful
lake. Over the lake. I mean, what more than that? And and this is a resort suitable for mostly couples, you'd say.
Well, I'd say the majority of our guests are couples, but we have multi-generational families, okay. and there is the fine dining component, but there's also a bistro, and the bistro is more casual. So you can really have that experience. So we have families as well.
Yeah, and you are not too far from a town, right? You're pretty close to.
You can walk into the village of North Hatley. It's a charming village on Lake Massawippi. There's some restaurants, galleries. Really, but the whole region is scattered with really picturesque little villages that really have a lot of charm. So there's a lot to see and do in the Eastern Townships regions of Quebec, and it's a very unique area in North America because it's a little bit more bilingual than the rest of Quebec, and we have English universities, French universities. We have really the two languages coexisting very harmoniously. And of course, for our guests from all over the world, or English-speaking guests, language is never a problem. We communicate well in French and English.
That's excellent. No, and you've actually got me interested in doing this because I really would love to see it one of these days. But I've heard of it. It sounds like such a great way to relax and retreat and get away from it all for a few days. And now you have the spa, and of course you always had the food. So it really is amazing. Now, you've been here at ILTM North America talking to lots of North American travel advisors. What are you telling them about the way their clients can experience your property?
Well, I mean, I think the first thing is always reminding people of the proximity to New England and how easily accessible southern Quebec is to a lot of our American friends and clients from around the world. We do have a lot of Europeans as well. I mean, being in French Canada, the French travel market likes to Belgium, Switzerland. So it's an international client base, but obviously the majority of the guests are from the U.S. and Canada because of the
proximity, and then obviously the food, obviously now the spa. So these are, and really a way to get it away from it all for possibly a long weekend or longer, right?
Yeah, and exactly. And I think our guests come away feeling that they've had an experience that really conveys a sense of place. There's a lot of nice hotels with lovely rooms and great food around the world, but, and sometimes with some of the more commercial hotels, whether you're in Tokyo or Istanbul, everything sort of looks the same in some luxury hotels. Whereas boutique properties, I think that, the sort of individual attention to detail, I mean, at our property, there's no two rooms that are decorated in the same way. So I think that comes through for our guests, and it's
and the family ownership, I think, must come through.
Absolutely, we have the property surrounded with my house on one side, away from, and my father and brother and sister-in-law live next door.
There, and your wife is running the spa, so it's kind of a family business all throughout, and one that's been consistent. How long has the property been there now?
Well, it was built as a private estate, but in 1900, everything's been renovated, of course, in recent years, and we've added, the new spa and many other buildings. But it's been a hotel since 1950. We acquired it in 1979.
Wow, amazing story and a wonderful property. So if you're looking for a getaway for your clients, this is the place. And now you're getting me. I'm only 6 hours away, and a quick flight. I would do the drive for this. I mean, it's well worth it.
I'm waiting for your visit. I'm looking forward to welcoming you.
All right. Well, then that's a date. The next time I do this, will be on your property instead of here in the Bahamas. How about that?
Exactly. And I'll see you there.
And where can we find out more information? What's the website?
So it's www.manoirhovey.com. That would be our website. And of course, our team is always there to talk to our guests and explain the different options. So please give us a call or visit the website, and there's tons of information there that really gives a sense of what we offer.
Well, Jason, it was wonderful to meet you here in the Bahamas. Looking forward to meeting you up in Canada. Again, I've known about the property for a while, but never had a chance to get up there. And now you sell it well. I got to tell you, and it sounds like a great place to get away. Again, thanks for taking the time today.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you. I appreciate it.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.